Well, hey y'all, what's up? Let me figure out changing this over real quick. I need it off game capture and go to the main display. Turn this down. Oop, that's not what I wanted. So yeah, I don't know. This only has like a couple 100,000 views because it's from about 30 minutes ago. But as you can see here, Nintendo's just like straight up dropped the new Switch. Fucking low-key without like really saying shit to anybody. And so it seems, and I'm sure a lot of people are not going to be that impressed. Turn that down just a little bit more. I like the new kickstand on the back. But like it's just got a bigger screen on the same Joy-Cons. It does look like it has a new dock though, which is very nice. It has an actual Ethernet port on the back, so that's cool. Yeah, it says it's also got new audio on it, which is also super neat. But yeah, bigger screen, new audio, new dock. Hey, new kid, what's happening, brother? Hey, so I just saw your Discord messages just a little bit ago. Don't worry about the other night, man. Like, I ended up going to sleep early myself because it was just ended up being a long day. And, yeah, we'll have to get on Apex here sometime this week, man. But, yeah, I don't know if you... Right on, dude. Yeah, Ethernet port on the back of this new Switch. Obviously, it looks like it comes in fancy white. It looks like they've got a new single cable coming from the back of the dock as well, which is super sick. But yeah, I don't remember seeing anything in this saying if it's like, oh shit, we're going 4K. Of course, gotta show off Smash because now that they put an Ethernet jack on there, that like maybe people might have better connection. Oh yeah, okay, so available October 8th. That's not bad. Yeah, we're just gonna start this over again. 4K. I mean, dude, it's using NVIDIA technology, so DLSS upscaling is a super neat thing. It's like that. AMD's FSR, except like, you know, has been around longer, is a little bit better. But since the Switch is actually the only system right now that uses NVIDIA tech, like, actually in the system, because it runs the same chip as the NVIDIA Shield. Or at least the original one did. I don't know if this got a new chip in it yet. I'm assuming it does. Or at least like an updated version. But yeah, it's got a new garbage. Yes, I definitely agree with that. With that Joker style. Hypaw. That's what I'm thinking. It's just got a new screen. Like I was telling my homie New Kid earlier, like that it's running off the NVIDIA Shield chipset, just slightly customized for Nintendo. Yeah, well, yeah, and it's got like, you know, it's got an Ethernet jack on the dock. Do I think the pre-orders would go live today? Probably. I bet they would. Like, I'd be looking at GameStop, Best Buy, all them places, because especially with, you know, with Nintendo just dropping it out of nowhere like this, I would assume that there's going to be pre-orders and a mob of people going somewhere. Especially since it comes in fancy white too. Oh, and thank you everybody for coming and hanging out while we check this out and just like wax poetic about it. I think they'd be testing it for the future undock. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean by the undock? Because I know I've been hearing all the rumors and stuff about like there being like a new dock that has that upscaling, feature enabled and stuff like DLSS and everything. Because yeah, the only like difference I'm seeing on this dock is like slight aesthetic differences. It's got the Ethernet port in the back, but then that was about it. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So what you're saying, high pause, so that way, they're basically just doing like a stopgap model. This is like essentially what everybody wanted, a Switch Pro. Just like a PS4 Pro, the difference between a PS4 Pro, and the PS5. And then we get that yeah, we're just looking at screen tech, and then we'll get a true like hardware upgrade for like Switch 2. Or when they eventually name it like New Nintendo Switch or something, or the Super Switch, because this is literally Nintendo coming in again with terrible naming schemes and just being like, oh, it's the Switch OLED model. Hi guys, marketing team, fucking high five. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, the DS. The DS is a prime example of what this is doing. Yeah, exactly. DS Lite, DS XL, 3DS, 2DS, new 3DS, 2DS XL. Joker style, I bet the new dock will work with current hardware, but I would think it would work both, just from how this is looking. But I'm not exactly sure if, like, what am I trying to say? I'm not sure if, no, yeah, it should. I think it would work fine. Like, both should work interchangeably with each other. Because it looks like just a dock that's been slightly upgraded. Mickey, I don't know what supply is going to look like. Nintendo's usually pretty good. I think that's why they've actually, like, it's taken so long to come out, is that they know that, especially after with the, like when the pandemic was first started going, that Switches were like gold. So I think that they've probably built up a pretty solid supply, which is why we've been hearing about this for a long time. And this isn't like a huge architecture jump. So I don't, if it's coming out October 8th, and they're probably going to start pre-orders either today or this week, I would assume that, like, yeah, that supply shouldn't be crazy. I'd be interested in seeing what the price is, though. Hardware makes sense. Yeah, hi, Paul. I bet what they've done is just like when everybody figured out the crazy, like, swipe the little homemade toggle thing to unlock your Switch on the first models, and they had NVIDIA do some, actual hardware upgrades, because that was a hardware flaw that could be exploited. And so in the newer ones, the red box Switches, those have, upgrades to the actual chip, so that way you can't use that trick to, soft reset it or whatever. So I bet there are slight upgrades to the actual hardware in this, especially if it's running that OLED screen. Nintendo says the price is $350. That's not bad. $50, yeah, $50 is an upgrade, I think, over the current Switch price that I think people would be willing to do, especially for that nicer screen. I mean, it definitely looks like it's more upgrades for people who really do use the Switch as a Switch. So that way they do use it a lot portably as well as home. Because that's where that nicer screen would be. If you just use it all the time portably, I would just get a Switch Lite.
Checkmate.
Yes, hi Pa, I am, I know, like, unfortunately, just with the way that technology and hacking works, you'll always be able to jailbreak something eventually. I mean, shit, everybody, the hackers figured out how to do that to the PS3 finally, and that thing was locked down. Oh, wow. Jeez, where are you at? I thought that's 120 difference. I will say I really do like on that dock, from what I'm seeing, like that, how they have all the cables all in one. Now, I don't know if that's like a cable that you get with it, or if that's just them like bundling them all together. Yeah, the kickstand is a huge thing, because the kickstand on the first Switch is like worthless. That shit just snaps right off of there. And obviously the screen is the biggest upgrade on it. Now, see, I think that the reason they didn't do that on the Switch Lite was probably just because they're wanting to hit it at a real low price point, that they wanted to, you know, attract people that, you know, since they're not really, you know, they don't have a dedicated handheld anymore, they needed something like that to, you know, to replace what the 3DS was doing. It does. That's the first thing I thought as well, was it's exactly like one of those Microsoft Surface tablets. You know, but those things work. Like, have you ever used a Surface tablet with one of those big old hinge kickstands? Here's like, I thought I see blow-up switch near the end. Let's see. Near the end of the video? I think that's just the green light. Oh, that'd be cool, man. Have you ever taken apart a dock before? It's like, here, hold up a sec. That's a good question, man. You know what? That's the thing, is I guarantee, you know, if like, I know Colorways and stuff, I think is the name of the company. They do like custom colors and stuff like that for any sort of consoles. But you know, you see with the Switch Lite, Nintendo loves putting out colors, except they just really haven't. If they put out more colors like they did with the Game Boys and everything back in the day, they would sell a million more. But like, here's my Switch dock. Like, you could totally just take them apart, and like, this is like a $20 shell off of Amazon, and then I put a little USB with Ethernet jack on there, so that way my Switch's footprint's way smaller, plus I could get it in whatever color I wanted. But putting that EQ screen on there, that'd be awesome, man. You should definitely do that. Yeah, you only see like that they've done like an actual like, you know, new colored Switch body with that Mario one, as well as if you won one of the crazy limited Labo ones where they did up the Switches to look like cardboard, but even on like the edges of it. I know a ton of people, especially Smash players, are going to be super stoked for that included Ethernet jack, which is something they should have just done on the first one instead of making people buy an adapter. I know everybody loves wireless, but if you're, you know, most people who are like serious into games and stuff eventually go to a wired connection just for stability. Stability. I knew how to talk today. Excuse me. That is also a good question, Mickey. I would imagine that they've had to have tried to upgrade, you know, the battery somewhat again. Although OLEDs don't take up much energy. Like they're like incredibly energy efficient. So I don't think it's going to be like necessarily that much more power draw for the screen. Like I still think that, you know, I mean, yeah, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Although I'm sure they probably would have at least improved the battery life or kept it at the same as the current Redbox Switch. I'm pretty jazzed for this new Metroid Dread game as well, but It is pretty telling though, like just how much that, you know, not even a full inch in screen size shift makes the Switch look better. I will say though that them white Joy-Cons, this is gonna get grubby. Like, oof. Like, wash your hands before you play your Switch. I didn't see that, man. I'm looking for it. The only thing I saw light up on the dock was the actual, like, the green, you know, where you see, like, the power come on and if it's thinking real hard. I do also like that they've got some extra ventilation going on in the back there. Yeah, Joker salad. That's what I was just saying. Like those Switch Joy-Cons, man, that being all white like that. Like, holy God, if you're taking that around, like it's gonna get grubby looking quick. It's just like wearing all white shoes. Yeah, I bet, dude. I have a white Xbox controller that I'm constantly trying to scrub down. It's the one that doesn't get used on stream because I'm afraid that people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, look at that dude's controller." Oh, okay. So Mickey, I think what you're seeing is just a reflection, and since the Switch dock is turning. And HiPot, you can totally do that. I have taken multiple Switches apart and replaced shells on them. You know, tried to, you know, like put up new, you know, thermal pads and everything to try and improve the cooling on it. Because like the first gen Switch, that boy got toasty. Especially if you're playing something a little bit more graphic. You know, if you're playing like Doom Portable, like set that down in your lap, you got a little warm. Same power performance, okay. Yeah, I figured as much. Like they weren't gonna trade off just a slightly bigger OLED screen and like, you know, for a quarter battery life. Yeah, no. When I saw that, I think it's just a reflection. It'd be super sick if it did glow, but then like PDP or the other companies like Turtle Beach and stuff wouldn't have, you know, glow, you know, extra accessories to sell for the docks, and now they can have all new accessories to sell. So my question is, though, looking at this dock, or looking at not the dock, the kickstand, is where's all the airflow and shit from the bottom? Is it still just those little slots?
Checkmate.
Alright, that music is killing me now. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I personally was really expecting it to be like, oh my God, look everybody, we can upscale all crazy, and now it's just like, no, it comes in white. It's got a bigger screen, it's prettier. We added an Ethernet jack. And yeah, buy the Switch again. Yeah, yes. Yeah, HiPi, it's once you get rid of those bezels, like it makes a huge difference. Like, let me see. I don't know where it is right now. I have one of those older Amazon Fire tablets, and it's got some crazy big bezels on it. And you put it next to anything within the past couple of years, and how screens are just edge to edge all the time. Like, that's just, you know, nobody wants to see extra around the screen. Yes, you can overclock the Switch. I mean, at the end of the day, all consoles are and stuff are computers. They're just running custom hardware, you know, software and stuff on them. Like, you can run Android on a Switch, and it runs remarkably well. They should make the Wii Pro. I mean, they could. Wasn't that the Wii U? Nobody bought it? Ooh, excuse me. I mean, it was so for the Switch 2.0 or whatever we want to call it, whatever's next after this, if they could cram the actual sensor level technology of the Wii remote into a Joy-Con size package, like, basically, take what it already has, gyro wise and stuff, but actually like take it to that next level, and that would be essentially a Wii Pro, and that would be dope. Hell yeah, Hypo. That's the way to think. That's the way to do it. Yeah, no, like Noob Kid, I've seen people running like Windows 10 and stuff on Switches. Like you can essentially just turn it into, a Win 10 compliant Android tablet. I mean, it's not the greatest, but like I also, I run my TV and stuff off an NVIDIA Shield, which is again the same chip, and I can run, I run PS2 games on there, so. Yeah, if they made it, like, if they had made the Switch out of, like, nice aluminum or something, that would have been really neat. But I understand why they made it out of plastic, because it's also, meant to be for kids and stuff, as well as weirdo adults like me. And behind the scenes, just flat plastic. That's what I was thinking. Okay, I'll have to check out Nintendo UK. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't use Windows 11 yet. I know here eventually I will have a beta build sent to me through the whatever the beta dev channel is thing on the Windows Insider. But yeah, I wouldn't be using Windows 11 yet. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, yeah. That's just because Windows 11's not out yet, like out yet. Yeah, no, if you're doing gaming and stuff, still, I would stick away from Windows 11 until October when the official release comes out. Your budget's $700 to make the Wii more powerful. I mean, if you got $700 to make the Wii more powerful, man, I would just get like a Wii U or I don't know. The Wii emulation on PCs now is actually pretty legit, and the fact that Steam's Proton actually has native Joy-Con support means that you can essentially use a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con to emulate Wii games. My PC can get Windows 10. Oh, dog! If you got a 9900 KS, you'll be able to update to Windows 11. Don't worry. There's a ton of people online right now that are trying to like gather bullshit views and and attention by claiming up and down. Oh my God, you won't be able to upgrade to Windows 11. Yada yada yada. You totally can, man. Like people telling you got to buy a TPM chip and everything. Like no. No, if your CPU's within the last 5 years, you're solid. It's just people being stupid. Like, you just got to enable some settings in your BIOS that if you built your own computer, you usually don't enable, because why would anybody need to? You never need that emulation enabled. So yeah, because like the other day I got my my PC all Windows 11 compliant and stuff, because like I said, I'm interested in getting one of the dev builds for it. Yeah, thank you, Noob Kid. Yeah, if your CPU is running DDR4, you're fine. Like that's a solid benchmark, Noob Kid. Fuck yeah. No, man, a 1080 Ti is still a great graphics card. Like, one of my homies I play games with weekly, he's running a 1070, and he's like, we were playing GTFO the other day, and that was running awesome for him, and he was streaming on the same computer. Whoa, Hypa, coming in here with the big infos. No Bluetooth for fucking audio again? Again? Bruh. Bruh. Bruh, stop the presses. Fucking come on. The shit's possible on the Switch already. And it has been. They just haven't enabled it. Those bastards. Fucking no Bluetooth? Those can be built. Yeah. Yeah, Mickey, like, if you go into your BIOS and look for FTPM, and enable that, you're set. That's all you got to do. Yeah, and then, like, of course, you got all the people online already scalping TPM chips. Like, yeah, don't fall for that. Like you said, you've got that. Yeah, your 9900 KS is you're set, dog. Like, you'll be fine. Microsoft wants Windows to be on everything still, so they wouldn't like just be like, oh no, you gatekeeping time. Nah, how don't put yourself in the face, you know. Wait till next time you see Mario or a Pokemon or something and go kick it in the shins. go send Shigeru Miyamoto a sternly worded tweet about Bluetooth. It's just be a, bruh, defick. Yeah, yeah, new kid. The scalper shit's ridiculous. I can't wait to see how the scalpers be going crazy with this nonsense. If the pre-sales for this do drop either today or already have, or at some point later this week, I wait to see some websites crash. It's gonna be like graphics cards launches. Ooh, Hypa, I don't believe you can, because it's like in the actual Switch firmware, it's not enabled. So you'd have to supersede the Switch firmware to enable it, and since the Switch firmware, like the Switch doesn't ever think that it's going to have it enabled because that feature is just not built into the software. Like you'd have to jailbreak it to get the Bluetooth going, if I remember correctly. I could just be making shit up. So yeah, man. Well, especially over there in Europe, isn't all the GPU allocation world still all super shitter-like? But yeah, scalpers are dumb. Thankfully, with you know, like the crypto world where it is right now, I believe that GPUs are going to be becoming more available, especially like used ones. And like, don't let, you know, all the shit you see on YouTube and Twitch and everything about everybody flexing on their graphics cards like make you think you have to have the newest thing. Like, I have a 6800 XT, but at the same time, I was still running everything good on a 5700 XT before, like, or a 5600 XT or a 2070 Super. Like, there's plenty of graphics cards out there that will let you play all the current games. You just don't have to have them at eye-bleeding graphics, because I mean, you essentially hit a point. It's just diminishing returns. Yes, Noob Kid, I agree. The autistic screeching. I feel you. I feel you. Let me just. No Bluetooth. Yeah, I was gonna say, Hypa, you can do that. I know there's like the Genki adapters. There's like the Ghoulie kit and everything. You just plug in a USB and it works in the dock. They also have the USB-C adapter for the bottom of the Switch. Like SteelSeries, like these guys have a Bluetooth headset specifically with a USB-C dock that's all long ways to fit nicely on the bottom of the Switch. So there's tons of them out there. It's just dumb that you have to go spend money on a wireless headset, you know, with an adapter and everything, which is extra money just to get your already expensive console to be able to play shit portable without annoying everybody. Well, careful there, iPod. Like, them little tri-wing screws are a bitch. Yeah, I mean, the 3070 should be a way better price, but it's most definitely not. Unfortunately, especially with, like, all the third-party cards, it's ridiculous. Yeah, well, that's why they're called scalpers, is because it's not supposed to be something you want to do. Society generally is supposed to look down on them. That's why they call them scalpers, you know, reminiscent of the literal act of scalping a person. Because here in America, we have this lovely history of, you used to get paid money back in the Old West days if you scalped Native Americans and shit. It was real gross, which is why you call scalpers people who do gross shit like that, or do gross shit by buying shit for MSRP and then jacking up the price on other people. And it's like you're actually taking the scalp off of them. You're a gross person. Yeah, that's what I'm really hoping, especially since everything's more so still returning to normal and everything, and it looks like Nintendo's planning this out and has been planning it out far enough in advance that I think that supply issues shouldn't be that much of a thing. At least not as bad. I mean, obviously it will be because people are still in that mindset of, oh, hoard everything and to resell it later so I can make money. So I'm sure we will see a lot of, I mean, some of, if not a lot of it, with this new Switch, because that's just how it is. I mean, shit, you know, it's hard to get a Xbox, one of the new Xboxes or PS5 still. So we'll make sure it all fit, man. I was gonna say, guys, I think I'm gonna let this video here play through, and then probably end the stream and get back to, like, I gotta go finish working on my car. So I just legit saw that Nintendo just was like, "Hey guys, new Switch, fucking check this out." Peace. And I figured I'd hop on here and see if anybody wanted to hang out and talk about it for a little bit, which I appreciate you guys all coming and doing. This was super fun. Yeah. TSM be fucking working hard these days, making like everybody's chips. Yeah, like I said, Hypod, just be careful, man. And don't be borking your Switch. All right, guys. Oh shit. I'm gonna call it good. I will catch everybody later when I do some more streaming this afternoon. We're playing some more boomer shooters and stuff. If Noob Kid's on or something, I'll probably bother him into playing some Apex. Yeah, good job, Mickey. Uh-oh, well, careful there, Hypaw. You know, back up your data before you start doing fun stuff. You have like 5 hours a day? Hell yeah, Noob Kid. Then I'll be hitting you up this afternoon once I go finish up getting my hoopty going. So we'll go slay some Apex. Oh, from now? Okay, cool. Well, yeah, my car should only take, you know, at most a couple more hours. So we'll see, dude. I'll get back to you on that. No, it's cool, dude. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I'm more sorry that I don't know. Like, we'll figure it out. I'll get back to you, man. Oof, buddy. You always got backup data. But all right, guys. I will catch y'all later. Noob Kid, hopefully we'll be slaying some Apex. And thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I will catch y'all on the flippy floppies. Yeah, thank you, Hypaw. See you later, man. Peace.